Surplus stores are kind of my jam, and if you're watching this video, I'm guessing it's yours too, which is why I love traveling all over the place to find some of the coolest ones. And this is not only limited to the US. In fact, there's a surplus store that I've traveled to in Belgium when visiting family that I think is fantastic. And I picked up some things this time that I want to show you guys. Here is my haul from Stockoma. Now let's be real, I could have spent so much more time and money in this surplus store, but due to limited packing space and not sure how much money I actually wanted to spend, I kind of only bought a few things and I regret not buying more. But regardless, let's talk about them. As I mentioned, this surplus store is in Belgium, and what I wanted to do is get a few things that kind of connect to the Belgium lineage that I have, but are cool kind of military items from there. But I will say there is so much more to this store. It is a camo pattern collector's dream. I saw so many unique pieces that I wish I bought, such as Iraqi police, Afghanistan desert copy camos, a ton of US stuff, very historical to very modern Belgian and European military pieces, and a ton of just random knickknacks of equipment. And everything there is extremely reasonably priced. So let's dive in. The first thing I went for was a boonie hat. In fact, when I was going to the surplus store again for the second time, I said, I need to pick up a boonie hat because I want one, I want to modify it and be able to wear it. Because the Belgian jigsaw camo, as much as it looks like a toy store camo, is still kind of cool. So I picked up this issue boonie from Saintex, which manufactures a lot of the equipment for the Belgian military. And this was only €7.50. It is far too large for me, so I do plan on modifying it a little bit. Of course, I want to take the brim down and I'll make it tighter overall with a sewing machine, but this is a really cool piece for a really cheap price. And to match with the standard jigsaw, I picked up a jacket. This jacket was €25 and is in fantastic condition. It does have the Belgian tape there, and it does not have any name tape. It doesn't look like there's any ghosting there either, so I'm not sure if this one was actually used or issued, but it definitely is from an issued brand, which here is NV Wilford. This is just a standard Belgian Army top, nothing too fancy about it, but I thought it was cool and it matches the hat, so I wanted to pick one up. Maybe I'll take it to the field someday. There's one item that I'm really excited for, but let me show you the one other thing first before we get to that big one. And this is an ISAF patch. The ISAF was an international coalition that supported military movements for the NATO allies in Afghanistan. And this is a patch that looks to be period and the style that was used in theater. I see a lot of copies online, but from what I could tell, this is the real deal. And it was only €6, very inexpensive. So pretty happy to have this one. They actually had a few different styles and cuts in the lineup that they had of these. So I picked one that I thought was the most authentic. And now we get to that last piece. This wasn't actually on my radar going into the store, but as I walked through, I knew I had to have it. This is another jacket, but in the desert jigsaw camo. This one is really cool though. Not only was it only €25, but it has a circle patch spot, which I'm not sure if it was for a NATO patch or this ISAF patch, because it does fit perfectly, but it does have the desert name tape, and it is patched to the 2nd Paracommando. And this to me means this jacket probably has some pretty cool lineage. And for not being able to find these in the US, let alone with cool patches like these, I am pretty happy with the haul. If I went back, or I should say when I go back, I'll definitely be picking up some more and a variety of different pieces, whether it's even older Belgian camouflage patterns or modern or even Middle Eastern. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this haul from Stockoma in Belgium. If you guys get the chance to go, I highly recommend it. And if you have any recommendations of foreign surplus stores that I should head to anywhere around the world, let me know. If I'm ever in that country for some odd reason, I'll probably try to hit it up. This is The Gear Locker. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one, and maybe at a surplus store.